Now, the next thing that we are going to discuss is about the dimensions of beam. So, basically, we have till now discussed about 7 dimensions of beam. So, the first dimension, what is your first dimension? In general, in geometry, what is 1D and what is 2D? So, what is first dimension of any geometry? It's a point, right? So, first dimension is your point, location point, the starting point. The point that we have is the first dimension, 1D. So, 1D is your point. Then 2D, it is line, right? So, 2D means line, not just line, anything that have 2 dimensions, for example, length, breadth. For rectangle, it is length, breadth, and anything that has any 2 dimensions that indicate a direction. So that is your 2 dimension. And the third dimension is about volume. So suppose if you have length, breadth, and height, and through that uh, you can determine the volume out of it, right? And that will just indicate a proper geometry created. So that is your third dimension of beam, 3D. So suppose if you are working on a model which is created with proper 3 dimensions, and it is showing you, it is giving you data regarding your volumes, and it is indicating a particular geometry, then that particular model can be termed as your 3D model. Okay, so there will be 3 dimensions to determine volume as well as it will define the geometry. For example, a cube, okay, a box, so that is a 3D model. Then you have 4D. So suppose if you are dealing with a model which will tell you geometries and everything, that is fine. It will give you all the information about 1D, 2D and 3D. But along with that, it will give you information of time as well. So that type of model will be termed as your 4D model or 4 dimension model. Okay, so what is 1D? 1D is point. 1D is point, then 2D is about direction and shape. Shape means your length, breadth, that will be your 2 dimensions, which will be there to determine whatever thing you have in that model. Then comes your 3D. It will determine your geometry or volume, and then 4D will tell you about time. Okay. Then suppose if a model tells you about cost. So if I'm checking your model and that model will tell me at this particular point of time in future, at this particular point of time, it will require, for example, 50 lakh rupees. It will give me information about cost and budget as well. So that type of model will be termed as your 5D model or a fifth dimension model. Okay, 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D. So we have seen the 5 dimensions till now. First point, second line, third geometry, fourth time, and fifth is cost. Okay, then we have the sixth dimension. So suppose we have a model and that model is created properly in terms of your energy analysis. So it will give me an output that in this particular point of time, this type of energies will be consumed. This much amount of energies will be consumed, and how we can just try and optimize that consumption of energy by uses of different types of energy sources and green sources. So that type of model will be termed as your 6D model or sustainability model. So 6D is about sustainability with respect to energy. Okay. Then seventh dimension model is a facilities management model. So what is facilities management model? Basically a model which can be used for repair and maintenance of that particular building after construction. Okay. It will give you detailed information about everything, every part. So suppose if we are dealing with a proper structure, so it will give information about the page that we have provided, the shades of the paint that we have provided, the company and the mixtures that we have used for giving that paint, Then what are the makes of the machines of that are installed, and then what is the capacity of that machine, what is the discharge of that particular pump, so what type of lightings you have provided, what company's lights are installed. So all these information will be available in that particular model. So that particular model, which can be used for the purpose of facilities management or maintenance of that building, okay, operation and maintenance of that building can be termed as a 70 BIM model. Okay, so again, 70 BIM model will be for your facilities management or your operation and maintenance. It will give you all the information regarding operation and maintenance of a building. Okay, so I hope the concept of dimensions of BIM is clear here, right?